Hey everybody, I'm about to get started any second now. Just give me one moment. I have not yet streamed this game, so I don't know how exactly this is gonna go. I just want to make sure it's going to fit. I just turned down HDR, and that seemed to have made a big effect on my performance. I didn't realize how different that would be, but I don't see it on stream right now, so that's a problem. It might be because I'm on borderless window, though. Oh, that might have fixed it. Still looks pretty dark to me, but that's also not the correct aspect ratio that I need for the game. Alright. Yeah, this game is very intense to run, so I still don't see it. I might need to run desktop capture then. This was working right before I hit go live, I promise. Trying this instead. Still not working. Oh, there it goes. I don't know what changed, but we got it now, so we're just not going to question it. All right. So I've been playing Outlaws for about a week and a half, maybe. Also, let me know if frame rate is good and everything, volume's good. I said a week and a half. It's been less than a week. It's been like half of a week. Yeah, the game is open world. I actually have to turn down my own volume really quick before we get started, though. That's a bit better. Or it should be. Nope, too low now. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, like I said, I've been playing for about... I think I started playing last Wednesday, maybe? And I'm not too far in the game. But if... Oh, wow. I'm gonna have to turn that down. Every time there's an update for this game, it cranks it back up to maximum resolution. So let's give that a shot. Okay, much better. But now you've only got a portion of the screen. Here we go. And I also think I picked the wrong resolution again, so... And... This is just a fine mess already, isn't it? Oh, it switched back to borderless window for some reason. Okay. Keep. Alright, I think that did it. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. That feels a lot better. This is on PC and consoles. Right now, I think they're doing like one of those early release things where you have to buy one of the earlier versions of, or one of the more expensive versions of the game, but you can also play the early access if you do the Ubisoft Connect subscription. So that's pretty worth it if you just want to pay like $20, experience the game for a little while, and see if you like it. If you like it, get it when it comes out. If not, but I'm really enjoying it so far. If you saw the review on the main channel, you know that though. And I was gonna do some main story missions, but I do want to keep it, as spoiler free as possible. So maybe I'll do some side missions or activities. If anybody has like something that they want to see in the game, just let me know. If there's anything you're curious about, just ask any questions. But yeah, one of the things I've been really enjoying is you can pick up these contracts that allow you to do like smuggler missions or heists, mini heists, and some of them are really cool. But you actually have to go to a contract broker first, so we have to find that. And part of the contracts that you get is based off the reputation that you have with each syndicate. So it's like if you have a really poor reputation with with one of the syndicates, they're not going to let you do one of the more difficult missions, which is a really cool detail I like. It was a little frustrating at first because certain unlocks require you to do specific missions. Like, I don't know if this is a spoiler for anybody, but these are the experts that you get new abilities from, and some of them, like, if you wanted to do the UE with a spaceship, you have to do all of these objectives first. As you can see, I already did 2 of the 3. Maybe let's do this. We'll go start some trouble with the Empire in our ship. So yeah, let's do that instead of going to that contract, because currently we don't need to do any contracts. I just need to remember where I parked my ship. I haven't played since last Thursday. Alright, but here's the ship too. This is the Trailblazers, the name of it. And it's got some really cool details. If you weren't aware of the story of the game, you're essentially assembling a crew to take on a big heist in the game. And so you're like progressively picking people up that just kind of hang out on the ship, help you out with stuff.
I believe Jalen has some questions for you, Kay.
Oh,
All right.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Copy that.
I don't know what's up with the graphics kind of like flashing right now. That wasn't happening when I was playing last week. That could have something to do with... I haven't used Streamlabs in this, but also I normally use HDR with this monitor, and I've been using it to play this game, but I turn it down for the stream because it doesn't look good for you if I leave it running. Alright, so here we are in Tatooine orbit. We're gonna go look for the Empire to start trouble with, but we might have to leave the system, actually. Nope, there's one right there.
Replacing our heavy is one thing, but finding a new you is not possible.
So we're gonna get some Empire heat right here, and it kind of works similarly to Grand Theft Auto, except your wanted level kind of stays. Oh shit, I forgot I bought new torpedoes. Oh. I also have a very specific standard fire, which is like heavy damage, but the you have to charge up each shot. Here you can see you can clear your wanted status too, so it's like if you start trouble with the Empire, they will continue to hunt you as the game goes on until you clear that wanted level, which you can do it from one of those satellite dishes in space, or there's like, and I think they showed that in one of the trailers, there's like the corrupt Imperial official who you can go to clear your wanted level for a price. But yeah, I don't think I have all, yeah, I don't have wanted status yet, but our objective here is to work up to that. Yeah, it is very similar to Starfield, but I played a little bit of Starfield. I didn't really enjoy it. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. What's the biggest ship they'll send after you? I don't know. I've never tried to get like a giant wanted level, so that's what we're gonna try and do right here. I think we're gonna switch to Toshara space though, just because that seems to be like a much more populated Empire area.
Let's punch it.
I'm really impressed with the load times in this game too. I saw a tweet earlier that said something like, okay, don't read that if you don't want the spoiler for that part of the game, but one of the things I saw was like, oh yeah, this game has no loading, and it's like, it does have loading, but it's so fast you don't really notice it, and it's hidden behind like pretty cool cinematics, so I really enjoy that aspect of it. So yeah, this is Empire space, so even flying in here is like criminal, so they'll probably start firing on me if I get too close. I wasn't huge on it. I also played a lot of Elite Dangerous. I'm a big Elite Dangerous fan, and having to land and take off manually made it so much better. I agree with you, but this is much more of a... Oh, I don't want to attack that. I'm friendly with Crimson Dawn right now. Yeah, but this is just not that kind of game. It's a little bit more arcadey, but it's reminiscent of Elite Dangerous in some ways. Like, some of the activities you do, the smuggler contract specifically. Hey, Mar. The smuggler contract specifically feel very much like the missions you get in Elite Dangerous. Yep, there we go. We're wanted now. And we're just going to start firing on them. Okay, and I think my mission was to... Yeah, go after TIE interceptors, so we're going to do that. Also, let me know if the frame rate is dropping at all. I can turn down the resolution of the game itself. That should fix the issue. Oh, got one. All right. I'm just going to pause it and read Mars' question in a second. I was going to try and get a Rosh on here, but I forgot that he is currently doing some working today. He's got something going on.
Enemies on our tail. Taking damage.
Alright, just gonna pause that really quick. So I just got here. I've not played a lot of those Ubisoft style open world games. Would you say this is a good starting point? I think it is. I kind of fell off the Ubisoft open world games pretty quickly. I played Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 3, and then I played Assassin's Creed 4, and I thought 4 was the best, but then when I found out the next one, I think it was Unity, was just like a big mess and wasn't that enjoyable, I stopped playing them. And then I tried Origins a little bit, and it's like, that seems like a cool enough game. I like that they changed the actual gameplay style of it. But this is leagues better than any of the Assassin's Creed games I've played. I am biased, though, because, you know, I like the flavor text of it being Star Wars setting.
They're right behind us.
Alright, we're gonna try... I'm looking around for one of the TIE interceptors.
We're outnumbered.
Yeah, so the space combat is pretty difficult. Like, the enemies overwhelm you really easily. Especially right now, I have, like... I don't have many of the upgrades for my ships. One of the things I'm trying to get right now is the ability to do, like, a 180 turn. Alright, we need to heal up a little bit.
I know.
I'm not seeing any more of the interceptors, but I'm not getting a great look at some of the ships.
Target your fire on their weak points.
Nearly got us that time.
Ooh, we need to get out of there. Oh no, nope, 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 nope. I was trying to do the Yui already. I have another game where I'm a little bit further, so
We're taking damage.
I just wanted to open this one because I didn't want to spoil anybody if they wanted to watch, and they haven't had a chance to play it yet. Okay, need to load up. Yeah, if you're hesitant in playing it, if you want to play on your PC, I'm not. PC seems to be the way to go, but I heard you can play it on Xbox using the Ubisoft Connect method. But that seems to be the best way as long as you're pretty decent at canceling subscriptions. Yeah, no, I shouldn't be doing this at all, but this ship is very weak also. I'm not saying it's an issue with the game. It's definitely me just kind of being a little dumb right now, but I wanted to unlock those additional abilities for the ship.
Shields online.
No, I'm playing on PC. It is out on PlayStation, though. But if you wanted to play with, like, the Ubisoft Connect
Shields
thing...
online.
Ah, shit.
Left flank.
That ship isn't after us, is it?
That's an Imperial Raider class.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here now.
Be able to jump with it in the system.
Oh, see, we have so much heat on us now that we can't even use...
We need to take out their
We can't even make a hyperspace jump until we clear our wanted level.
Is that all we need to do?
It's that or run back planet side. Your choice.
So if we go back planet side right now, we can go... Yeah, I understand that if you prefer to own games. I prefer to own games too, but sometimes if you just want to try out something and don't feel like paying, you know, full price for it, that's just the best way to do it.
Clean hit.
So there's a pirate.
Aim for their target control system cannon.
It's like, it's a nice idea. I would never say I'd want to own games that way, but... Oh, shit. See, now I have to try and clear my wanted level, because I'm probably going to die if I don't do anything. Alright.
Repair system available.
Taking critical damage.
Luckily, we were able to heal right there. But now we're going to go try and clear our wanted level. So... Where is it? I may actually have to go land and pay somebody. Gonna spend more on that. Yeah, you are in the long run, but if you just wanted to play it like once, see if you like it, that seems to be the best way. It's kind of like the new way of renting games. That's how I was thinking of it, anyways. Come on, you're not gonna send another TIE interceptor after me?
Hold on. There's
All right.
so many
Nope. Historically, Ubisoft has disappointed me with their pre-rendered game trailers. I'm in the same boat. I wasn't a Watch Dogs fan, but the last Ubisoft game I played that I bought on launch, besides this one, was The Division, and I was really excited to play that, but it did not deliver at all.
Missile incoming.
Yeah, Ubisoft has a big history of just not giving a very good idea of what the actual game will be like in previews and trailers. I think with this game, the first gameplay demo they showed off, when you actually play that mission in-game, I didn't get the impression that they were showing off a side mission, and that's what it actually was, which I mean, that was cool to me that they were so confident in the side missions of this game that that was their first gameplay demo. Come on.
They got us.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed is I understand that comparison point. Oh, that's where I clear my wanted level. But what I have to do is, like, go into these, like, damaged ships or into asteroid fields to kind of lose them.
Whoa, too close.
And then you get cool things like that you do. I wish I was recording that, because now I just have the stream quality, which probably wouldn't be as high as if I was just recording it.
Eliminate the ship's target control system. There's too many of them, Kay.
Yep, and that's why I'm trying to take out their systems little by little.
Shield's gone. Enemy behind us.
See, most of the time, if it's TIE fighters, they won't follow you into this, but I've never gotten a larger ship on me like this.
We're taking damage.
And they're a little bit more willing to follow you into terrain like this. Oop.
Here we go.
Yeah, I understand that. I totally get your hesitance to play a game that's published by Ubisoft. They historically have a really bad track record. I'm gonna say it. I understand that. I agree with it. I understand why you wouldn't want to pre-order, but most of the takes I see people talking about this game with are extremely bad faith. A lot of people suggesting that the reason that they're not playing this game is because Ubisoft, or it does a specific gameplay model that they don't like, when it's like, I don't. It seems like a lot of people are telling me I shouldn't like the game that haven't played it yet, and that's kind of annoying because I happen to really like the game. Oh no, I didn't know this was shielded.
Enemy at the rear.
Oh, this thing is just tracking me down.
Destroy their target control system.
We lost shield.
Repairs are back up.
The weirdest take are, yeah, that's another weird take about, like, not being able to customize the character. I don't understand that. It, like, people have never played a game where you have a preset character before, or they've invented a new character to play in an IP.
I'm on it.
I just don't get it. One of the ones I saw was like, oh, Mass Effect was able to allow you to create your own character in a canonical universe, and it's like, no, that's entirely different. Mass Effect itself is its own self-contained story where the differences in the universe are consistent for each player. Like, if Rex the Krogan dies in your game, he doesn't die in everybody else's game. But if you continue playing it, like, the saves carry over. It doesn't work when you're trying to build a story that actually carries over into an ongoing narrative that has been around for nearly 50 years.
Yeah, I hear you.
Weapons overheated.
I'm just trying to do some damage to this thing.
Shields are up again.
Ah.
Taking fire.
I just can't get under this ship, too.
On it. Shields down.
Alright, this time we're gonna try it. You can't boost while you fire, too, which is like, yes, good. You shouldn't be able to do that, because it would make the game way too easy.
Missile targeting us.
Ah, they have so many missiles. Alright.
One.
Oh, we dodged them. If you're hopeful, I say give it a try. If you go into it like expecting to not like it, you're probably not going to. But also, it's like, why go into a game wanting to hate it? I don't understand that mentality. It doesn't make any sense to me.
That's a lot of ships, Kay.
Like, you have an open world Star Wars game where you're a smuggler. Like, why are you trying to hate it before it even comes out, before you even get a chance to play it, you know?
We're taking hits.
Ugh. Yep, so this is why you don't want a lot of heat in the game. Where is it? Oh, wait, I think they lost me.
Mines ahead.
Nope, they didn't lose me.
The repair system is up. From the left,
I know.
we're taking damage.
We lost shields.
Oh, we might have them. Where you play more than one character? Yeah, and I understand why you would want that, but you want a different game then. You want a publisher to make a different game. I don't understand that mentality of like, why doesn't this game have this? It's like, because this is what the developer wanted to make. This is not
Impressed.
what do you want to make. If you want to make that game, go make that game. Oh, we've almost got this thing. We're going in for it.
On our right.
I got it.
We're taking hits.
I feel like I did a decent amount of damage to it that time. Yeah, I know.
Too many targets.
We lost our shield.
That's a pretty annoying detail, though. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, it is solid. That's the thing with it. I find it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like the Insomniac Spider-Man games to me. Those games are not groundbreaking in any way. They take a bunch of ideas from other games and they apply it to a property, and it works really well. This is very similar to me. Like, they've taken things that work in other games and they've just given it the Star Wars coat of paint. And that's all I needed, really. Like, I just wanted a fun game to play that's Star Wars. I didn't need anything amazing. I didn't need this game to be, like, breathtaking. I didn't want it to be, or need it to be, Grand Theft Auto, but Star Wars. It would have been cool, but that's just not what the developers set out to make. Okay.
Shields back up.
Well, this wasn't a great idea.
Oh, that's right.
I haven't seen a single TIE interceptor, too.
Right side.
I'm on it.
Alright. Some people want Star Wars to jump into a completely new time era and do something. They just did that, though. That's what the High Republic is. It is a completely new era. And people don't like it. Or, you know, I'm not saying it doesn't have its fans. It clearly does. I like some of the High Republic, but
Goes the shield.
the people who are asking for a new era are not loving or paying attention to what's going on in the High Republic.
There's too many of them, Kay. Enemies on our tail.
One of the questions the developers got the most was, can you play as the commando droid?
Target control system.
I did. Wait, so I interviewed the some of the developers last month. But yeah, it's still August right now.
Incoming.
And one of the questions I was really curious about was like Shadows of the Empire connections, just because, you know, same time period,
Enemy at the rear.
same area of the universe that we're covering, like the underworld.
Repairs are ready.
And I didn't think to ask about playing as ND5. He is a very cool character, though. I really enjoy him. But they don't treat the character as like, oh, he's this great droid that you're gonna love. He's kind of irritating, but in a way where it's like not like how C-3PO is irritating. It's more about like he's kind of cynical.
You need to hit the ship's target control system.
Yeah, I'm trying. That's him talking right now, the assassin droid. Which is cool. The more characters you add to your crew, the kind of more dialogue you get while you're in situations like this.
Right side.
Yeah, I hear you.
Exactly, and that's what I like about this game, is that it is different from other Star Wars games. Like, there is no other Star Wars game that's really like this, aside from maybe, like, there is, there was Star Wars Lethal Alliance. Lethal Alliance, I think it was on DS and PSP, where it had, like, a similar underworld vibe in a way.
Taking fire.
Whoa, this is bad. Really bad.
Oh, come on. This thing's got to be almost gone. I have to destroy it in order to jump, though. Oh, come on. It keeps flying out of bounds. That's probably partially my fault, because I'm trying to stay out of Imperial territory so they don't send more TIE fighters after me.
That was good. Okay.
It easily could have been done better. You think they would cater to the fans who want to buy their games. They are, though. That's the thing, is that if you just played this game, you would probably enjoy it, but most of the people who are hating on the game, we destroyed it.
Oh, let's get out of this system.
Most of the people who are, you know, hating on it just are doing so with no real reason, if that makes any sense.
Initiating hypersonic.
Alright, so we're getting out of here. Yeah, there was no X2 stream last Thursday because most of us, not all, were all together last week, this past weekend. Everybody went home yesterday. I'm thinking, it depends on what you all want to see. I didn't want to do too much, like, story-based, just because I don't want to spoil too much for you. But yeah, if there's anything you all want to see, just let me know. We can try and find it. So yeah, right now you can see up at the top left, that's my reputation with, I think that's Pikes. Yeah, so they've hired kill squads to come after me right now. Yeah, that's exactly it. It is a loud minority thing. Is the game amazing? Absolutely not. It's not like a groundbreaking new game. It's not anything that is so amazing that every Star Wars fan is going to go crazy over it. I really like it. Ek really seems to like it too, but it has its faults. It's a very, like, I think a lot of the reviews I've been seeing is like a 7 out of 10 in that range. I'd give it like a 7 to 8. I'm really enjoying it, but most of the fun I'm having is like me making my own fun. There are a lot of like treasure hunting specific missions where they'll give you like a hologram of a specific point on the map, and then you have to go try and find it to find a smuggler like treasure hoard. I want something to pull me into a new game and be intriguing. This just seems like everyone is happy it isn't a complete dumpster. It's not that. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's not about that. I don't know how to word this, but not every game needs to be the best game I've ever played. Do you know? I'm not saying nobody's allowed to hate the game. I'm just saying play the game before you hate it, and then don't tell people that they should hate the game, which is what a lot of the hate that the game is getting right now is. With the Ubisoft Plus thing, do you keep it forever or just a month? I only put a month in when I'm interested in a game that's on there, or if I want to play a game and it would be cheaper to just get a month of it, play through the campaign, and then jump out of it. Has Charlie found out about the nude mod yet? Charlie can't play the game until he gets back home, unfortunately. He's a little upset about that. Actually, I think he's going to try and play it using Amazon Luna, so hopefully he gets to play it that way. I did get one of the Nyx plushes. They give you, like, when you go to those previews, they give you a little swag bag, just to be like, thank you for coming. But yeah, what we were trying to do, if you just joined in, was I was trying to unlock this, but they were not sending TIE interceptors after me, so we're gonna try something else. Enforcer contract. I don't know. Does anybody have any suggestions for things that you want to do? I don't know if anybody who's a little down on the game maybe wants to see something that intrigues them. How does this compare to the early access version? I'd say it's similar. I'm not having some of the bugs I've seen other people having. I did just get a new PC, though. I think there's a chunk of the fan base that will not be happy until Disney sells Star Wars. Yeah, that's correct, and it's... I have no comment on that. It's just people that seem to hate just because they don't like who's behind it or the names behind it rather than what they're actually getting. And I know there's some Star Wars things that have come out recently that I don't like. Do you prefer stealth or offensive gameplay? I always try and go for the stealth, but I get a little impatient sometimes, so I have to go for it. Based on the state of Star Wars gaming right now, it makes more sense to make a safety solid game than take risks trying to do something different, which might lead to a bad game. And in a few years, when there are more Star Wars games, then I'd like to see more risks taken. That's exactly what I am thinking here, too. This game, it is a safe game. It's playing it safe, but that's okay with me because what it does right. It's fun to play. It's fun to... The story is pretty good. I just really like it. Headshots being one kill depends on the blaster and the enemy you're fighting off against. Yeah, you can play this game in cinematic mode. I can show that off if you'd like. I like filling the whole screen. I would like if I had an ultra-wide monitor. Actually, I feel like if I show off the other display mode, it might not show on stream. Where is it? Cinematics frame lot. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it right now, but I'm gonna assume it's going to screw up the stream, so I'll resist from doing that right now. I'll just read a couple of those questions, but please give me input on what you want to see right now. You can what kind of units will come after you if you're in a high wanted level from the Empire? They start sending death troopers after you if you're on the ground, and they start sending like cruisers. If you rewind it a bit, you can see what happens when you have a full wanted level and the Empire is coming after you. One of the other things I really enjoy is that everything is fast travelable, which I didn't expect because you have the ship. I think otherwise I think Star Wars needs more releases, including risky ones, like its big IP and everything. Not everything needs to be canon, and it being safe kind of loses some of the essence of Star Wars. I'm going to agree and disagree with you. I think it being a AAA game, it did need to be safe because right now they do need those hits. What Disney should do with the Star Wars IP and gaming, though, start licensing it out to indie developers who want to make smaller scale Star Wars games. That's what they should be doing. I would love to see indie developers do more with this IP because I think that they'd be able to do something really interesting. But oh yeah, we can't fast travel right now because to any of those points because of the Empire. In games, do you think the lead game characters need a droid or creature companion? I'm going to answer that the same way the game director answered me when I asked this, because I was very interested, like, what the reasoning and the design influence was for Nyx, because clearly I see a lot of Daxter from Jack and Daxter in the character. So I asked about that, and everybody explained that Nyx came from a gameplay necessity. Kay is a character who doesn't have the Force, doesn't have any kind of superpowers, so she needs a character, she needs some way to interact with the world and assist in those moments. And I really liked that answer because of the game that they make and the way that they use Nyx. I'm a shill. Alright. What does that mean, though? Tell me what a shill is. Thank you, Bar. I was just... I shouldn't have engaged with that, but I just really wanted to know what somebody thinks a shill is. The definition of a shill, by the way, is the accomplice to a swindler. I would like to know how enjoying this game insists on me being a shill. How come we haven't gotten a sequel to the Zoo Tycoon Gungan game from the early 2000s in the style of Jurassic World Evolution? I think if somebody wants to make that game, they will make that game. Oh, now I'm gonna start unlocking all the achievements. I agree that we lose something by then insisting it be canon. So you do lose something by them insisting it be canon, but if you want to tell a story that fits into the canon of Star Wars, like this game naturally slots in right in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Ek isn't around right now. If he's gonna stream the game, he'll probably do it on the main channel. Do you think it has to the right... I'm sorry. Do you think it has to right amount of setting or too many? I'm sorry. If you rephrase that, I'll try and answer it a little bit more. I just don't understand the question, I think. But if you guys want to see something, let me know. I'm mostly just answering chat right now, but what I need to do is go pay off my my wanted level. Where is that? Nope. I'm still getting used to all the like symbols on here too. What specs do you need to run it? I'd recommend using Can I Run This, the website. Just because I'm not sure. It's very demanding though. If you play it on like the highest settings. Right now, because I'm streaming, I turned it down a little bit. But when I was running my other gameplay recorder, it was having some issues with like things popping in and out, but I was also running HDR. Do you think this game has the right amount of options in the setting menu or too many? Like how many resolution options and all that? Oh, okay, I understand now. So we can look through that if you'd like. I think the accessibility options in this game are really great. Actually, primarily, not the accessibility, like the UI options, it starts off as accessibility because you can change, like, depending on how well versed you are with Star Wars, it'll give you more or less information. Like, you can translate everything to English if you really wanted to, like for Sabacc especially. As far as the graphic options, I think it's a fair amount. And then if you wanted to get more detailed with that, there's the advanced options for you. I don't think it goes overboard with it, but I think it has enough here to optimize the game for whatever machine you're playing on.
So,
I have a bit of a unique question about the faction system in this game. If you go guns blasting from minute 1 and become friends with no one, does the game still force the plot onto you? So you can do that. You can just tank your reputation with literally every single faction in the game if you wanted to. But then when you do the main story missions, there are instances where you have to select, like, oh, you are doing a job for this specific faction right now. They want you to do it. So if I were to do a job for the Pikes, right now I have a terrible reputation with the Pikes, and they are sending kill squads after me, which means out in the environment I'll get some more difficult enemies out there that are coming out just specifically to hunt me down, and it ruins certain side missions for you because it makes it more difficult, or, you know, you're detected right off the bat. But there are still the plot sensitive missions that you do. So the Pikes, I have a terrible reputation with. The way it worked in the story was I was going there because I wanted to mend that relationship with them. But once I was on the job, I had the opportunity to betray them. And once you betray one syndicate, your reputation increases with another. Have I met any pre-existing characters? I have. I feel like it's pretty common knowledge of one of the characters that's in the game. If I just move over to the right one, Kira from Solo is here, which is really cool. Kind of sad to see the Black Sun and the Droid Gatra are missing from that menu. These are the main syndicates that you deal with, but also there are one of the bigger syndicates of the game isn't on here. Like, the main villain isn't on this menu. And also, I've run into Jabba the Hutt. How does reputation with the Empire work? Is it similar to the others? Reputation with the Empire doesn't really have an impact on the game outside of a wanted level. If you go into Imperial territory in one of the on one of the planets, I saw a video of the end credits and they were over 40 minutes long. I believe that. But if you go into, like, the Imperial territory right here and they see you, automatically you're wanted while you're in there. And if you leave, they'll keep coming after you for a while. You're unable to fast travel, all that stuff. Have you got/used any of the special edition bonuses? The only bonuses I've gotten for the special edition is so you have these 3 options, which is like the Han, the Rebel, and the Lando looks for each of the cosmetic options, but it doesn't impact the gameplay at all. However, what you can do is, because, as you can see here, right now I have the Crimson Dawn tunic currently applied, which gives me increase to my ability to avoid detection, and I gain more adrenaline when I perform stealth takedowns, but I can apply a different cosmetic on top of it, which that's fairly common with most games now, but I'm just glad it's a feature here. But also, if I were to apply all of the Crimson Dawn attire, I would get additional bonuses for that. Let's see. Sorry, I missed some of those questions. Do you think this game will get comics and books? I do. I think the characters are enjoyable enough that we will see something. I'm not very far in the story from what I understand, but I'm pretty sure it's going to tie into some Skywalker saga events. Does the Rebel Alliance have any territory or any relevance to the story at all? Mar, would you like me to tell you how the game starts? What's the cosmetic situation like? I really like all the cosmetics. We'll go through them. We'll go through the ones I have anyway. So there's the standard jacket, the shirt you start the game with. There's the Han Solo vest, Lando's cape, and then the rogue jacket. But then in addition to that, you also have, like, I can't... Okay, there it goes. We have the Crimson Dawn tunic. But there's also other ways, vague details. Okay, they're not super relevant to the story. They exist, though, and there are references to them. And then the way you unlock some of the cosmetics, too, is through, like, rising the ranks in the Syndicate. As you can see, I have no Crimson Dawn unlocks, but I have some for the Pike Syndicate, the Hutt Cartel, and the Ashiga Clan. And what that does is, like, once you start doing jobs for them or you start increasing your reputation, you get different rewards for that. So here are all of the Pike rewards that you get if you get an excellent reputation with them. The thing is, though, you will never have perfect reputation with all of the clans at once. Like, I already had a terrific reputation with Crimson Dawn. I did one thing that upset them a little bit, and now I'm down to good. Are there pit droids in the game? I feel like I saw a few running around. Show a space station. If you go back to the start of the stream, if you wanted to just check out a space battle I did, I kind of just started attacking an Imperial space station. I don't want that heat on me again right now because it took a while for it to go away. I saw a video of the photo mode and it had a lot of settings. Yes, the photo mode in this game is awesome. Like, I already know a lot about photography, so this is like as far as all of these settings go, exactly what you would find on a camera, which is really great. Like, lots of options here for taking pictures, which is really great if you want to get good thumbnails. So yeah, it's super cool to do that, especially when you're in space. I've gotten the thumbnail image is one of my pictures from the photo mode when I was flying around. Similar games I played to this. Well, I don't know why that started flashing like that. Everybody says Assassin's Creed. I think the biggest comparison is that this is like an open world Splinter Cell, kind of. And it has a little bit of, like, Red Dead Redemption flair to it. I'm not saying this is like a one-to-one Star Wars Red Dead Redemption. It is not that at all. It is way more basic than that. But it has some elements that remind me of Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So, you know, I'm in the mood for some Sabacc right now, so I think maybe we'll go play a couple hands of that. I saw a part of the game which reminded me of Republic Commando. There might be something like that in here. I don't think I've gotten to that yet. Do you just mean in gameplay style, or is there something else? Right here, there's the Fathier racing, which, here, we'll just walk over and look at it. This is one of the cool things I like about it, is you can find data pads around. Specifically, I think it's in the Pike territory, and you can see right there that this is going to be a fixed race, which means there's a tip somewhere on a data pad that will tell you who the winner will be. And they'll say things like, oh, it's the lightest, or the smallest, or the youngest. And right there you can see each of them have, like, this one's 1 year old, 294 centimeters tall, 977 kilograms. And they'll tell you little details about that, and I really like that. But it also gives you, like, the odds of them winning and what the payout will be, which is a really cool idea for it. But yeah, I wanted to go play some Sabacc, and in this game, the Sabacc that you play is actually a variant called Kessel Sabacc, and we'll show that off in just a second. I'll find a way in. Is this in Pike territory? Oh, no, it's not. So this is actually part of a mission chain specifically related to playing Sabacc with different players that one of your brokers sets up for you. I wasn't paying attention to what they just said, so I'm probably going to have to redo that. Or just walk right through, I guess.
Hey, do you know a place called Paslos?
Oh, sure do.
Can you tell me where it is?
If you can afford to throw cash around, you can afford to spare a few credits.
So now what I can do is probably... Oh, okay, it's making me give the credits. But it'll tell you, like, how many you need. There are other parts of the game where it'll be like, do you want to bribe? Do you want to threaten? Do you want to show off your reputation? Like, if I had... There are certain situations where if you have, like, a higher reputation with the Pikes, they'll kind of... they'll just be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Hey, you Castle? This has to be the place. Come on, Nix. Let's find another way in.
I think I just paid that dude for nothing, too, so... It's gonna be cool. Yeah, one of the reasons I kind of say this is a scaled down version of Red Dead is because in the cities, the highly populated area, you know, you can't just start blasting at civilians. And like, that makes sense to me why you wouldn't be able to do that. You have to maintain Star Wars canon.
Is this Caslos?
No. We got our license.
Hmm. Oh, okay. Let's go. I didn't realize it was gonna be like a little mission to get here.
Hey, this place is off limits.
Oh, I just want to play some Sabacc.
You gonna keep your mouth shut about our little game here?
My credits will do the talking.
Also, let me know if I have to adjust the audio at all. Oh, and this is Bosnock, who is a
Bosnock.
little
Good to see you.
weirdo.
How are the Dawn treating you?
Well, AI can be annoying, but what are you gonna do? That's why I get a bonus.
Look, I'm warning you. I've gotten pretty good lately.
Wow, so you are a big shot now. Just remember, no cheating. I'm keeping an eye on your friend there.
Yeah, so what he was just alluding to is during certain games of Sabacc, you're able to use Nix to cheat.
You know what? You're talking a big game.
How long would I guess it takes to beat the game? That's a tough question because I'm not a big, like, side mission person, but I keep doing them in this game because that's where I find the most fun things are, which isn't a jab on the main story. It's just there's a lot of stuff here that's a lot of fun. So right here, right before you start a game of Sabacc, you get like 3 specialty cards that you can use that allow you to do different things. But as you can see, some of them have different skills, so I'm probably going to have to just use the 4 default. Void Trophy, I like that one. Other players are text 1. Choose a player, they are text 2. Alright, so yeah, that's what we'll do.
Me and my assistant are going to make short work of you.
Show me what you got, Bosnock.
So the way that this game works, Kessel Sabacc compared to traditional Sabacc, is that it works the same way where you have positive and negative cards, but they are arranged in different decks to pick up from. So right now we've got 2 6s, which is... So you want the numbers to kind of match, so they're zeroed out, but also you'd probably want... We would want lower numbers here, because right now this hand would win if everybody else had mismatched cards, but I'm going to assume they don't. So let's see what we have here. So we have, you can select from the discard of either the positive or negative cards. Right now there's a 5 and a 6. So we can put a chip in this hand and take a new card, or we could just stand right now. No active tokens. This is tough because we were dealt a pretty terrible hand. So we're just gonna stand right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna hope for the best. Oh, there's also fast mode, so you can increase it. So right now I'm about to lose a chip this hand, no matter what. Let's see if there's better cards in the discard, though. I haven't been seeing what they've been putting down, so let's see what we got here. We got a 4 and a 5. We're gonna stand again. Worst case scenario, we just lose that one chip. Nope. We've already lost 3. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep these 6s, I guess, and hope for the best.
Not so fast. Stand.
Ugh. Yeah, this is a bad hand so far.
Pass.
Set imposter value to 6 and 12. Yeah, I understand why this one is an actual mission instead of just a Sabacc game you can pick up.
Chief Sabacc.
Prime Sabacc. Better luck next time.
Okay, we didn't do terribly that time, but we gotta hope for some better cards this round. I think we're gonna try and knock out that Trandoshan and Bosnock this time. We got a 4 and a 2, so we'll probably try and go for more 2s. The thing with the specialty cards that you have too is you can only play them once per game. But let's see what we have here. So
All right.
perfect. We're doing that, and that's our last chip to have right now. So yep, we're gonna hope for the best here.
Draw.
But also, I'm putting that chip in because I want them to think I have nothing. So I think we're gonna tax that Trandoshan.
Take that.
We're just gonna hope he has really bad cards.
Stand.
Because this will knock him out. But if I have bad cards, if somebody's got a better hand than me, I'm done here.
Passing. That's Sabacc.
Oh, come on. If he gets doubles on this,
Hey, boss.
he won.
Maybe this
Oh, wait, no. You lost. I'm sorry. I misread that. Alright. That worked out in our favor. I think we're... Nope, we still only got one chip. But now it's just down to Bosnock and this person on my left. Let's see what we got here. We're gonna go for the 2s again. I'm feeling safe in that. And then what we're gonna do is next turn I think we're gonna play this General Tariff, and we're just gonna hope we win here.
How about that? I stand.
This could be the end of the game for me, though.
Pass.
So what happens when they roll the dice like that is if you roll doubles. All right, let's see. Sabacc,
Sabacc.
prime Sabacc, we lost. Well, we made Bosnock lose too. I don't know how many credits I lost on that though. We definitely lost credits because I asked that I
Just a bit
tried to
technical, is all.
bribe that guy. Oh, we lost 200 credits. That's not terrible. I'm not super mad about that, but all right, let's go do something else. Anything anybody wants to see, please let me know. So I didn't want to do a main story mission unless somebody specifically wants to see it too, just because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. I do see my ship has some upgrades available though, so we're gonna go check that out really quick. Oh, and there's one of the arcade games you can play. Romanceable Wookiees. I don't think there's romance options in the game at all. So yeah, you can see we were using slightly upgraded missiles, but you also have like the torpedoes and ion missiles. I haven't used either of them yet. The thing is, I really like the lock-on for the torpedoes, but let's give the rapid-fire cannons a shot. Actually, I'm wondering how well those will work out. Ooh, I guess I can upgrade these also. I'll try the ion missiles for a change. All right. Yeah, that should be good. There is a mission I have right now that's a pretty important upgrade for my ship, though. I forgot about that. Ooh, speeder upgrade. Maybe want to do that, too. Ooh, I haven't gotten on my... drove around on the speeder very briefly, but... Crimson Dawn Mole, Missing Brother. Yeah, so, like, these are all the side missions that I've found. Haven't even started to do yet. Any skimpy clothing options in the game? Mar. Come on. Let's be a little appropriate. There is just a t-shirt you can wear. That is an option, but I don't think it gets skimpier than that. Let's see. Oh, here's the turret. Okay, so we have to go back to Tatooine. Is this... What area of Tatooine is this? Bastille. Oh, it's Empire. Alright, so we're probably going to have to fast travel to Mos Eisley and take the speeder over there. One of the... I was looking for... because the progression of the game is like, there's the recommended progression, and then you can... or you could just do the missions in whatever order you want.
Pick it up.
But Tatooine is one of the later ones, so I was just like, oh, I'll play in the order the game recommends me to do. And to be fair, I feel like my question is fair considering there is a character who only wears a trench coat. All right, I'll give you that one. There's the shirt though. There is a t-shirt you can wear, and you can wear shorts. So I suppose if you wanted to get skimpy, maybe you can. I don't know, not my call though. But yeah, what we're doing right now is one of the side missions, one of the more equipment unlock based side missions. So I talked about it briefly, and you have those experts that help you unlock different abilities in addition to buying new equipment to help you out with. I'm probably using the worst route to get here. No, it's not that bad, actually, because that Imperial Terminal would be trouble. But, yeah, we'll go up here and then just kind of scout it out. I guess that's where you would get the the Far Cry comparisons, I've seen a lot of people say this is Far Cry with a Star Wars skin. It's not that. It's a little similar to Far Cry. Like, there is a way to, like... when I think Far Cry, I think going to each enemy strong point or settlement and just kind of clearing it out, and then your troops come in and take it over. That's not what happens here. Each clan continuously owns their own portion of the map. Fart cry. Don't give them new... Oh, so this is an Imperial area, so... As we just saw there, they probably... Excuse me. They probably would have started shooting at me if I went through the road, but let's take a look over here. So we do have some binoculars, and the game doesn't really tell you about them. I had to find them out myself because I guess that is one big problem I have with the game. You can see here they have that gate to stop people if they needed to. So if I had a wanted level with the Empire right now, they would immediately close that off. Or if I started trouble in there, they would close it off on me. One of the issues I have is the way you access grenades in this game. You have to hold the left D-pad and then press A to select them before you can start throwing them, which that's not good. That's a terrible idea. This is the holo tracker I was talking about before, when you go on certain missions and you have like a point of the map on your holo tracker. You have to kind of like match it up with the landscape. But yeah, let's get back on the speeder. Somebody saw me though. Oh no, it's a death squad. It's a pike kill squad. They're coming.
Does this mean you don't want to work with me?
Yes. See, that's kind of what I mean. Can't you change those controls? I don't know if I can change those controls just because it's all mapped to the D-pad right now. That's like that's how you select it. One of the other cool things is the way you can change the blaster ability. So right now this is a charge shot. And was that my speeder that I just shot at? We've got the... Oh, no. There's my speeder. Oh, yeah. You can also customize your speeder. So, depending on, like... I think I saw online that if you defeat the highest Empire Wanted level, you get a Death Trooper helmet to put on your bike, but I found the Scout Trooper helmet, and I really like it. But you also get, like, hood ornaments you can use, too. Oh, somebody's standing over there, so I'm going to send Nyx to attack them. Kind of keep them busy. And then I'll run in for the kill. Have you played the arcade game in a cantina? Not on stream yet. We can do that next though. So you run into one right at the start of the game, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Ended up playing an hour of that arcade game before I could even, like, you know, get into the main features of the game. So it was pretty addicting. Is it ass? Like, the game, I really like it. It's a generic Ubisoft game. Mid is the right word. I really like it, but I would understand why somebody wouldn't. The Star Wars coat of paint on a Ubisoft open world game kind of works for me. Yeah, wait for a sale, or if you're really curious to check it out, and you're good at canceling subscriptions, the Ubisoft Connect subscription is pretty worth it to try the game out. If you have a good enough PC, or I think it works on Xbox also. Let's see. So low security area too. Oh no, I'm not saying you're wrong. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. Mid is right though, but I happen to really enjoy it. You know, I think it's important to call the game what it is, or you know, kind of tell people that you would probably, if you're expecting an average game, and if what you're seeing here doesn't look like something you'd enjoy, you probably wouldn't. Oh. I did meet the actress. I don't know if I told the story on stream. It was a little embarrassing. So we played about 3 hours of the game, and then we had a lunch right after beforehand, and then I had like, you have like the interview circuit that you do, so they like put you in the room and they bring in different developers and stuff like that. Every press event kind of works similarly. This one was a little different though, just because it was you know, it was a gameplay demo. Oh, right there, that's the fake out, but I can't even do anything right now because my stun blast is not currently functional. You have to wait for that to recharge. But I met the actress. So what happened was, I played the game, I walked out to grab something for lunch, and then I stood in, what they had was like essentially a crane game with the Knicks plushes inside of it. I was standing in line for that, and she walked up to me and she just struck up a conversation, and I didn't realize who it was at first, because I wasn't thinking at the time. I just assumed it was another creator. She asked like, oh, what did you think about the game? And I told her, and then I said, well, what did you think about the game? And she was like, well, I'm a little biased, but, and then it kind of clicked in my head who she was. I wasn't thinking at the time that she would just be like out interacting with all the creators. So it was a little, I don't think I let it on that, I don't think I let her know that I didn't know who she was at the time, but it could have gotten awkward really fast. People should enjoy the things they like regardless of quality. I agree. If you like something, you like something. I still like Ubisoft games occasionally, like Ghost Recon Wildlands. Oh, that is a good comparison for this game. I always forget about it. Ghost Recon is a good point of comparison here. A little different because it's not as weapon and action heavy. Yeah, it was a little bit of a Force Unleashed 3 moment, but it felt more natural. It wasn't like... I don't know. I don't want to put anybody down because it was an honest mistake, and I made the mistake. It was a little unfortunate, and then I had to interview her after. So if you go on X Clips, you could actually see one of the clips of one of my interviews. I need to upload those at some point too. But I asked like, hey, what do you think about like potentially jumping over to a Disney Plus series or something similar to that? And it seems like they weren't supposed to answer that question based on the way that they did, or the reaction that they had after somebody said something. Charlie's gonna love that he's not alone in this now. Yeah. Does Charlie know this happened? I think I told Charlie. Oh yeah, I did. I put it in the group chat. So if I didn't see it, or if he didn't see it, it's because he wasn't paying attention to the group chat at the time. All right. So that's another feature of the game I really like. So you can find out about like items and stashes like that, which typical in most games. I like the Star Wars flavor text though. Give me one moment. Just trying to fix something. All right.
We're gonna stay far
Oh yeah, there's an ATST in there. I haven't had an ATST shoot at me yet, though. Whether or not that's a good or bad thing.
Stealing our stuff.
Hi there. Did you say pirates came through here?
Yes. We only survived because we dumped our stuff and ran.
If you weren't here before, I just spent the weekend with Charlie, Corey, and Ilkin, and Arash. And we'll have, I guarantee we'll have some stories to tell on Thursday.
Lousy Jawa parts. Sorry, did you say Jawa? I'm actually looking for them.
Bad idea. Look at this refurb actuator they sold me. Gave out the second I hooked it up to a standard cross converter. You don't want their junk.
I don't really have a lot of options.
Suit yourself. Their caravan just went back out into the Dune Sea. You can probably still catch them.
All right, cool. So that's one of the other things I really like about the side quests is the way that things do kind of play out. Like, it's never. I know there's a lot of. It's not very fetch questy, but it makes sense where it's like, oh, you go here expecting to find it, and then it's like, oh, of course it's not there because somebody else got here before you did. Like, this information is very out in the open. But yeah, now I need to go to a Jawa Sandcrawler to try and get a turret for my ship. And that should make life a lot easier the next time the Empire starts shooting at me.
We need to pick up the pace.
Oh, if you play this game also, one thing they don't tell you is if you hold forward, you can lean, and it gives you a little bit of a speed boost. It makes it a little bit faster for you when you're going straight. It's one thing I'll say about this game. The information they give you is never 100% clear. And I kind of like that about it, but I understand why that would be frustrating for some people. Yeah, so right now if I had heat, that, I don't want to hang out with all of these stormtroopers around. We're just going to kind of sneak around here. Still got quite a distance before we get to that sandcrawler. How many planets? So including the tutorial, which we'll be going back to. I'll back out. I'm still fairly early on in the game. 4 planets we can go to right now. We got Akiva, Kajimi, Toshara, and Tatooine right now.
Let's give those little people a rest.
Another thing, if you when you play this game, you got to get that speeder boost to ASAP. It is mandatory. And at the bottom right, you can see the health for your speeder bike too, which, yeah, the maps are big. Tatooine is probably the biggest one, but you know, as you can see here, fairly large. And that goes over for everything else too. And what's the goal of the game? Okay. I'm gonna get into, like, I'll kind of give you a brief idea of what the story is. So, you have a debt. You have a debt from a new crime syndicate called Zack, and right now, to get the death mark off of you, you are going to try, like, one big heist on Zack to kind of get rid of it. Yeah, the cities are very populated. Even the smaller areas are very densely populated with creatures, and like here we got some banthas. And we've got... Get away from that bantha. What's the most beautiful location in the game? I really like it. So Kajimi is probably the smallest planet I've been on so far. I haven't done anything on Akiva yet, actually, because that's the next main story location. So, and I've just, you know, been trying to upgrade my ships and whatnot. There's another kill squad coming after me from the Pikes. I need to go find some cover. Oof. It's another thing about the healing too, is that you can heal instantly. Like, there is space combat. We can do some of that in a bit. Right now I'm trying to get a turret for my ship. That's the mission I'm going on. Yeah, so those kill squads can be pretty ruthless. So I might need to do a contract for the Pikes just to get them off my back when we're done here. So right now I probably have to find sandcrawler tracks. Let's see. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that's the objective here. Alright, let's see.
Let's drive.
Where is that sandcrawler? What did I say the game is? Oh, somebody put another message that dumb heart is in the way. Ooh, I'm glad she decided to get off the speeder going that way. So right now I've got the tracker for the sandcrawler, and it's telling me to go down there. But I think I'll check this out first, because... Oh, no, wait, maybe it's up here. Is or is not Skibbity. I'd say... You know... I'm enjoying it, so I'd say it's fairly Skibbity. Oh, that was for the smuggler cache that I found. Alright, we gotta figure out how to get it. Where that sandcrawler is. Oh, there's the cache. Oh, shit. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to break the game right now.
Hold tight.
Alright. You ready for this? We're just gonna reverse and see what happens. That worked out better than it should have. Where's the search area here? I'm kind of at the end of it right now. Does the mission give us any additional information here? Someone at Tatooine can install a new turret on the Trailblazer. The Jawas are selling their goods at the edge of the Dune Sea. Okay. And there's that kill squad again. So I'll wait for this to fill up, because you... Then that happened.
Come on, guys. We can work something out.
So you can, like, do this dead-eye thing when you're on your speeder bike, but you can't shoot, which I don't know if that's going to be... Oh, wait. Is that it? No. Oh, there it is. I don't know if there's going to be a way to equip weapons to your speeder, or, like, what's the situation with that. But if it's only this Deadeye thing, I think that's a giant misstep.
Glad that's over.
On a scale of 1 to 10 Scorsese's, how cinematic would you say this game is? Oh, well, you're about to see just how cinematic it gets when you enter a cinematic. Look at that aspect ratio. I'd say that's pretty cinematic. 10 out of 10 cinema.
I'm sorry?
She said she'll put a turret anywhere if you give her a tooth. Forgive the intrusion, but I said
You can tell.
needed an interpreter.
Oh, thanks, but I'm not giving her a tooth.
No, not your tooth. A sarlacc tooth. One from its second mouth.
Second mouth. Oh, you won't take credit?
Oh, guess I gotta go kill a Sarlacc.
She says if you won't pay for breakfast, you can eat sand for free. A Jawa proverb.
No, I get it. I'll get the tooth. But that turret...
No, this is not the demo mission.
You have a deal? How exciting. You know, this reminds me of my time negotiating with the Trade Federal.
All right.
Anyone know where to find a Sarlacc?
Aink is going to be everybody's favorite character also.
Great. Oh, also, I hired a bunch of Jawas to work on the Trailblazer.
On purpose?
They're putting in a turret. It'll work out. Probably. Let's drive.
Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting little battle here, unless I'm just finding the corpse of a Sarlacc. I just heard a fairly concerning noise. How far out do I gotta drive? See, I didn't even know the map extended past here. I didn't expect all of this to be open also. This is probably just going to be, like, mostly,
Stay sharp, Kay. Steve Sarlacc tooth is worth a lot on the black market.
You saying I'll have competition?
Dead Sarlaccs get scavenged fast. Anyone else looking for a tooth won't be
Oh!
you kind of have to excite bike on jumps, which is kind of cool. You also get a little speed boost when you get some air. Do you get multiple speeder bikes? Any familiar models like Cobb Vance, perhaps? No, you only get the one, but you can customize it. Well, like, there's the upgrades. So everything you do, I'm assuming that blank space right there is going to be a gun I can equip on this thing, which will be a lifesaver, because I get into a lot of shootouts on here. But you can change, like, the paint job on it, the trinkets you have on there. Like, I wanted a cool little, what I assumed was a kyber crystal of some kind. This is the pre-order one. That's the Lando one. I don't remember what that's from, where I unlocked that from. I think this came from Crimson Dawn. And then here, as I was saying before, like that. This is the pre-order one. I don't remember where I got this from. I can't remember where any of this came from, but I like the Scout Trooper is my favorite Stormtrooper variant helmet, so it does have fast travel. You can fast travel between planets too, which is really nice. Is it better than Fallen Order? It's different than the Jedi games. This is more open world, whereas Jedi, Fallen Order, and Survivor are more Metroidvania. Remember when a bunch of people disappeared? They will probably say it was a mass alien abduction.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
That thing is huge. Where's the second?
I shouldn't have boosted right there, but I didn't think that I'd stumble into an enemy location.
Where's the second mount?
Probably inside the first mouth.
Funny, droid. So funny.
I'm not too far into it. So what happened was we had the 2 review codes. Ek got one, I got the other, and then we were both working on the review together, kinda. He took the point on that just because I went to the Ubisoft preview, so I already had some expectations for like what the game was gonna be. And then he wanted to do the main story. So both of us had vacations this weekend. And we didn't have a chance to play it. I haven't played since Thursday last week, and I think same for him until yesterday. So he kind of focused on the main story stuff, and I played up until the point I was at after the preview I had with Ubisoft. Yeah, I'm not able to ban anybody right now. I'm not gonna ban anybody for anything like that. Rebel, yeah, if it seemed like it was things were getting a little weird with that, but thank you for taking the initiative. But yeah, I was mostly just doing side quests and stuff, so I didn't really get a big chance to do the story, even though I really wanted to see how things wrapped up.
Okay, that's 1 mouth down. You good, buddy?
I've been here in a long time. Yeah, it was going in a weird direction. I agree with you. I guess I'm not fighting a Sarlacc.
Kind of leathery.
The Jawas have arrived at the ship.
Did they bring a turret?
They did. They have yet to confirm that it works.
I like the ND5 is very sassy, and so I interviewed the actor who plays Kay Vess, the actor who plays ND5, and the game director all at the same time. And the actor who plays ND5 was very, you could tell he's very passionate about this character. Some people had issue with the speeder bike getting stuck in a visible wall. Huh, I haven't had that happen yet. When I played the preview, I did have some issues with the speeder bike, though. That was my main criticism, was that I felt like the sense of speed on the speeder bike wasn't quite right. Oh, we got the tooth. Yeah, so I don't. Everybody who has a problem with all the new characters in this, I really like them all. They're all very fun, and I feel like that exchange tells you would tell you whether or not you like it or not. One of the criticisms I don't agree with is that there's like Marvel-esque dialogue. I disagree because I'd call it very in tune with what was so great about like the dialogue and the exchanges in the original trilogy. I'm seeing a lot more graphical bugs than I did a couple days ago, but it could be because I did adjust the settings on the game and they're not the same as what I was playing with.
This piece of junk turret better be worth it.
I have a feeling there's going to be something else in here. I think I'm playing on the standard difficulty too, just like the base difficulty. Shot that a little too close to myself. I thought it was a destructible wall, but I guess not. I've also just been kind of looking for some other details in the game that maybe not everybody is going to be looking for. For example, I'm pretty sure the clip posted already. There's a mission where you're like crawling around on a High Republic ship, and they make reference to Starlight Beacon, which was really cool for me because I just started reading Into the Dark about 2 weeks ago. The difference between original trilogy and Marvel quips is how the audience receives it. Yeah, I'd say that. I think there's a little bit more self-awareness to Marvel, though, and that's not really here. There's not like that, you know, they're not, like, referencing things as they happen, kind of, like the way the MCU tends to do it, which I don't have an issue with that because that is something that's been happening in comics for decades. Somebody stole my Sarlacc tooth.
Hey, come back here. That's my tooth.
Where is it going? Where's it going? Wait, where's it going? What just happened? What? It's still going. Come back. That was the so yeah, no shit, the bandit got too far away. That was the first major glitch I've had in the game. See, I can't get mad at the game for something like that though, because that was probably one of the funniest things that have happened so far.
Hey, come back here. That's my tooth.
I don't know if I've got to wait for the adrenaline to build up or if I've just got to follow this dude.
Stop running already.
Yeah, that was the first time something like that has happened to me.
Come on.
No, I guess it's just you.
What is that thing? We are not going in another map
Oh.
today.
Oh, took me out. I'm gonna have to go back and clip that. That was... Am I gonna have to rewatch this cutscene every time, though? Didn't know we were on Arrakis.
Hey, come back here. That's my tooth.
Alright, this time I'm serious about getting him.
Stop running already.
I'm not gonna waste my adrenaline on that, though.
What is that thing? We are not going in another map today.
Where did it go? Oh, is that a crate dragon? Oh, yeah, it is. Alright, here we go.
Got the tooth. I should get out of here.
Oh, I was thinking that was going to be a much more prolonged shootout. Crate dragon D's nuts.
Time to go, Nix.
The all I could think about when the speeder bike started riding away was the pizza delivery episode of SpongeBob where they kick the car when it's out of gas and it just starts reversing all the way. I can't believe that happened. Or that.
Nix, be careful. I'm sorry, okay?
Come on, don't you, any of you have a gun I can steal? And now the Empire's here. Who's shooting at me now? Oh.
Should be it.
Sorry, I could not let him live. I still can't believe the speeder bike glitched out like that. Who do I gotta talk to? You? Oh. So you can, from some of the vendors, you can also buy tips that will let you know where certain materials are. Not every merchant on every planet has the same supplies, which is kind of cool.
This new torso. I only wish it had my head on it.
Hey, you'll get there. Here, straight from the, second mouth. That's good, right?
Oh, yes. I love watching the wheels of commerce in motion.
All right, now we got a laser turret on our ship, so we're gonna go do some ship combat. I feel like there was something else I said I was gonna do. Chat, if you want to remind me, that would be cool. Oh, I didn't realize this was a... Ah, nice. All right, so this is one of the experts that help you unlock new things. We got improved grenade, enhanced back injector, magnetic dice. Oh, the additional cheats for the cheeky explosion. Oh, can that's awesome. Have Nick's taste different meals. Ooh, I gotta show that off too. You can go up to the food vendors and there's some different meals you can do, but there's a lot more to it than just saying that, though. All right. Let's see here. Let's get back to the ship. Oh, I said I was going to do some of the arcade games. Yeah, so I'll do that in a bit. Let's see. Where do I want to go? Old Gunslinger. That's one of the... I think that's... Yeah, this is another expert that will help us with shooting. Encrypted messages. So let's go back to, I guess we should go to Mos Eisley. And then I'll find like an arcade or something nearby.
Doesn't look like the Jawas messed up my ship too bad. I'll have to try out the new turret.
I am excited to try out that turret though. I don't know how it's gonna work. Let's see. Trader. Left Imperial. There's a... I can't remember how to do it. I thought it was through this menu, but there was a way to see all activities, and I can't remember how I was able to do it. Maybe it was on this? Oh, no, we don't want that. Ooh, that... one downside, I hate it when a game has the DLC purchasable from a menu. That is very, predatory. You know, I know where they are on Toshara. I haven't really explored Mos Eisley too much, so I think we're just going to take a trip to Toshara. Ooh. State Showdown, Boss Knock Parlor. I saw one of the arcade games around here somewhere. I really want to know why the... Oh, new ability unlocked. Repairs the Trailblazer's turbo laser turret, giving the ship a powerful weapon. Alright, awesome. Feel like I gotta go to a cantina or something to find one of the arcade games. Oop. The one feels... So the vibe I get from the arcade games kind of reminds me of the Rockstar game Bully. Just where it's like versions of real-world arcade games almost. Like the one nearly feels like the Star Wars arcade game, like the Atari Star Wars arcade game with the vector graphics. Let's... I really, there was a way for me to show all activities, and I can't remember how to do it. Oh, navigator. Okay, there we go. Quests. Let's see. We are Toshal. Tell contract vendors. So this is one of the street food locations. That was one of the other things I said we would do. I guess I gotta kind of wander until I found an arcade. But I'm willing to bet there's one near the Kanto Fathers Racing. Does Dinjarin show up? Not yet. He could. I'm not sure yet. It'd be cool to see him in this, actually, just because it's, you know, same vibe. My big assumption is Hondo is going to show up. I just bought the game and I found out I apparently own Assassin's Creed 2. Do you recommend it? This is tough for me. So, when I played Assassin's Creed 2 around when it came out, I really loved it. I think the story still holds up. I think the game has aged horribly, though. Like, the gameplay just did not hit right for me when I tried to play it again. Oh, here they are. All right. So we've got the racing one or the shooter. Which one should I do? If you recommend it, I take your word over it. I'm not the biggest fan of the game. The racing one? All right.
Just gonna play a quick game.
Get to practicing before Birio. How right you are, Mar. Ah, I thought I hit that. Yeah, so it just tickles my brain the right way.
Focus.
It has that Subway Surfers vibe. Ah. Jeez. It gets tricky, as you can see. I don't think I'm going to play this for much longer because it's hard to commentate over something like this when you're so, like, zoned in.
That one doesn't count.
Racing 1, Assassin's Creed, get that practice before Burial Racing. Stole the gameplay loop from one of the loot games I played. I don't think they stole it from that. This is a gameplay style that's been around since the 80s, Mar. You're goosing it, gotta lock in. Yeah, when I'm trying to talk while I'm playing it, doesn't really work out well. I'll do this one really quick just to show it off, and then we'll move on. It was in KOTOR. But yeah, this one's very Star Wars arcade coded. Oh. With a little bit of Galaga mixed in there. It does... I wonder if there's a way to turn the lock on off, though, because that messes me up more than helps me. Yeah, like there, I was trying to shoot the asteroid, but you don't auto-lock onto them, you auto-lock onto the ships. And then right here, we've got the super shot, which wipes out everything from the screen. I think this Thursday the plan is to play Splitgate 2. It depends though. I don't know if everybody requested alpha access to it like they were supposed to. And I'm less excited to play the game after I saw some of the feedback from the beta. It seems like they really just did not lock in on what made the first game really fun.
At least I'm improving.
Yeah, like those playable games within the game,
That was fun.
it's one of those things that's just like a fun little distraction, but also it's a lot of fun when you get there. So I was talking a little bit about the food you can eat with Nyx. We're gonna fly off into space really quick. I want to test out that turret, and I saw some people wanting me to do some space combat.
Nice.
I believe Jalen has some questions for you, Kay.
Oh, let's go.
System stable.
I'll let this play out too, so everybody can see the amount of time it takes to get from ground to space. But Mark, you said you just bought the game. Did you buy it just based on watching this? Is it? Are you using GOG, Mar? GOG. So we have the turret now. If I hit B, that'll activate it. Are any of these? Nope, they're all ties.
Copy.
We're gonna go to. We're gonna go back to Tatooine.
Hyperdrive coordinates.
I wanted to buy it before, but I just got reminded to buy it. Okay, that's fair. Did you? Please tell me you just got the base version though, not the X2 shell. Play Night. That's interesting. I've always preferred GOG Galaxy to any other game library user interface because it does integrate all of the other ones, and I think the GOG store has the best selection.
Edge of the galaxy.
Who's this? We got some interceptors? Nope, both regular ties. What's this over here, though?
Jammer activated.
Oh, so this thing's gonna be hostile. Do we pick a fight with them? It's gonna be a hard battle. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, let's just go back to Mos Eisley right now. We'll do some space stuff afterwards, but I don't want to pick a fight and then not be able to land for 5-10 minutes. I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed that the space to land isn't No Man's Sky-esque. But I don't know. It's just not that kind of game, I guess. Played KOTOR 1 and 2 when younger. I played KOTOR 1 when I was younger. I need to go back to it. I've still never completed it. It's on one of my lists. Obvious answer is G2A. Well, we're talking. If you're gonna buy the game that way, feel free. I've had some bad experiences with G2A in the past, but I've consistently used them for other stuff when certain games are what's it called, taken off the platform. I can't think of the word, but yeah, use G2A if you feel comfortable, I guess. Use PayPal and use the G2A lock on it. Do I think Charlie will play this? Yeah, I was talking to him about it yesterday. He's really excited. He was trying to get Ubisoft Connect running on his Steam Deck, and I don't know if he was having any luck, but he said he was able to get Amazon Luna working, just because he doesn't have his PC currently while he's in Canada. I know he's really excited to play this though. I could have just came here. I do wonder if there are going to be more arcade games. I've only ran into those 2 so far, so I don't think there will, but alright, we want some food. Fast travel points, vendors. Where? I thought I just saw one of these. Oh, there's some treasure out in space right now. Did I visit Charlie at his place? We were in Toronto at Ilkins for the weekend. We were not in Halifax. Yeah, it would have been under here. I've already gotten that one. I thought I passed one that I haven't done yet, but maybe it just doesn't show up until I actually find it. So yeah, well, let's walk around Mos Eisley. Yeah, the world itself is one of the things that's really cool. Just because it does feel so alive, and I said it as a joke in my review, but I also genuinely mean it because I don't know how else to describe it really, and I know we make a lot of jokes about IGN specifically, but it does feel very Star Wars. One of the one of the conditions to unlock something was to make Nyx jealous, and you do that by petting other animals in the environment. So the question marks on the map are always like points of interest when you're looking for things. This is hut territory, and we're in good standing, so we can go in here right now. But we're looking for some food, so that's the hut card room. I like that it doesn't tell you everything on the map initially. You do have to kind of dig a little bit. I don't know if we can go into... Oh, that's a... I'm pretty sure that's a restricted area, so they'll start shooting at me if I go in there. There's a vent for me to sneak into also. So we can start stealing from people too, but 6 out of 10, too much water. Especially on Tatooine. Too much water here. So if I was in bad standing with the huts, they wouldn't let me in this area. Oh, okay, Mar. I'll take a look at that in a bit. I use RetroArch mostly for all my emulation stuff, and I kind of like having that separate interface for it, but I'll take a look. I always like using new programs and experimenting around. I just started using Mixline for my audio functions instead of the Windows audio mixer, and it is so much better. Just a nice interface to look at. Really great if you're streaming too. I want to play the game without breaking the law. I just don't want to get into a gunfight right now and then lose my reputation with the huts. I like being in good standing with them at the moment. I don't like the pikes, though. They were the first ones I went to. I tried to help them out, and then they pushed me away. So, you know, Gorak is the pike leader, and I'm not a fan of him right now. Supports RetroArch by default. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, yeah, MAME is always going to be annoying, though. Even if you know what you're doing with MAME, it's still a pain in the ass to set up. There's a food stand around here somewhere. Wait. Oh, you know what? I think we probably need to go to the marketplace area. Oh, this is the landing bay. So, scavengers draw bazaar. That's the area we were just in before. This is the cantina, and I had a lot of trouble finding it because I expected it to be in one of these bigger buildings, but the cantina is actually kind of small. Oh, we can do a contract after this too. Yeah, so let's head to the bazaar. I don't remember which one was my waypoint. Oh, that one on my right. Mabe is the one emulator that's so good for what it is, but it has the worst interface. Yep, that is spot on. Exactly it. Okay. Here it is. We'll find the food around here somewhere.
I have what you need. I've never seen anything like this.
I'm actually kind of curious what this guy's selling.
I trust you'll keep this deal to yourself.
Greatly increases adrenaline. I don't use the adrenaline too much. Increases crouched movement speed and move more silently. So right now wait, give data. Data cards are okay. Whose is this though? This will increase my hut reputation, but who? Oh, I think it's just one that will increase my reputation. It won't decrease it for anybody.
Oh, sorry. He's just saying hello. This is Nick. Oh, look at those little tendrils. Where's he from? No idea. He was taken from his home.
Oh, poor thing. You know, I have some Anzelin goggles that might fit him.
Oh, I don't know. That sounds expensive.
No, please.
Yeah, you can equip Nyx with items too. So right now I think he's got the crimson. No, he's got the Chewbacca satchel on right now. But he's got a few other things he can wear. I think there were 4 versions of the game you could get. Like the I'm sorry. What were we talking about before? I like forgot. So you can get little. Oh wait, this is the Chewbacca bandolier. Chewbacca style bandolier. This is the Crimson Dawn one. Yeah, Nyx is cool. I especially don't get the people who are so determined to hate Nyx as a character. That it's just weird to me. Like, I like my cool Star Wars creatures, and you know, the best ones take their inspiration from real world animals, and the axolotl was untapped potential. Yeah, that's a good point too. He does have the kind of best of both worlds as far as it comes from porgs and lothcats. Oh, here it is. All right. Wait. Nope, that's not it either. Here it is. Okay.
I could go for that.
So this is one of my favorite features of the game. You can find these different meals that will give Nyx different abilities, but you don't just pay for them.
I'll take the Scutto Chuga. It's okay, buddy. Ooh, I hope it's spicy.
You get a little QTE game.
You know, Sketo's actually poisonous when raw.
Oh. So I understand everybody dislikes QuickTime events sometimes. I think it works here because it's kind of like every time you do this, it's a unique cinematic for Kay and Nyx, and it just gives you a little something cool to watch that also benefits the game.
I hope this part is spicy.
When they base something off the original trilogy films, I think they used the 2005 version.
Hey, could I get some extra
I feel like they just... Do you just mean design-wise? Like, as far as, like, how certain characters look? I feel like animal companions in Star Wars is such an untapped thing. If you consider the amount of dog-like species, it's surprising we barely get attack dogs in shows or movies. Yeah, I feel like we typically get the same couple of designs or creatures, just because they already have it there. Like, they don't need to make anything new, really. Or if they do, it typically is for a movie.
How are you handling this so well?
This is the most challenging one I've done so far. But I'm also trying to look at the chat too, so that is impacting my ability to play this well.
Oh, I can't do this. Oh.
Damn, if that's the blue milk that they have in Disneyland, she's about to get a brain freeze.
That was delicious. I'm never asking for extra spice again. Tasty though.
Arash be like.
Hey, you keep making fun of me. You can get your own food. Bye now.
Oh, see, and I didn't even realize that. Wait, maybe I did. That's why I suggested it at first. That's what he gets for doing a day job today instead of streaming with me.
Are you trying to cheat me?
What? Forgot how to play Scoundrel Psylocke?
Please, that's a child's game. We play proper Sabacc at this table. At least one of us does.
This crimson dog fool insists that he won, but my 23 beats his measly stays.
I don't know how they do things on Obadiah, but around here, you can't use a Psylop to hit a full Sabacc.
Ridiculous. There's no such rule. I won't tell him how the game is really played.
Oh no, I wasn't paying attention, but this is probably gonna be... They're both wrong. Ooh, I like having a high reputation with Crimson Dawn, but the Pikes keep sending kill squads after me, so...
Playing, but 23's a 23. He beat you. Sorry.
You see, some of us know how to play in a civilized manner.
Civilization is in short supply on this planet. Remember that.
Okay, getting better.
Okay, so now they're not going to send the kill squads after me just because I decided to side with that pike in this one situation. Oh, we got... Oh, this is Castle Sabacc also. I wish...
Wanna see me go for the high
Oh, I haven't seen this yet. Alright. I don't know how to play this, so, Oh, I just... Oh, that's all it is.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna stop playing this after this round because it will be another game where I'm just quiet the entire time because I'm just focusing. But it's nice to know that that's there. I was thinking it was gonna be like digital poker or something. I really like the diversity in the game. The NPCs have a really nice mix of alien and human. I agree, and I know Ack kind of disagrees with that, but like you definitely do see a majority of like Twi'leks and Rhodians. Oh, and who's staring at me? What's going on over here? But yeah, I do think there's a good diversity of like species that you see regularly in Star Wars, like a lot of the more popular ones. I understand where he's coming from, where it's like you don't get like the creatures you see when they first enter the cantina in A New Hope. Like there's not just like a weird devil guy or like a praying mantis getting drinks and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's good enough for me. Like, and especially with all the creatures running around on the ground too. Like it's different depending on what planet you go on, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's well done as far as that is. I don't even think the amount of species is lackluster. It's because they do all have like fairly like different designs for the most part. Like all of the pikes look the same mostly, but like yeah, you see it right there. You get different skin tones for Rhodians and Twi'leks. There's some Celestins right there. I can't recall this species, but there's a fair bit of them on Tatooine and Toshara. And then you also have the new clan in the game, which is a Nico. Thank you, Mar. The new clan in the game, the Ashigas, which they're a really cool design of species that I really like. Honestly, they could have added more species if they did like a few different textures for humans. Oh, there are Pantorans. They're around. Some of the missions are specifically like you have to seek out a character, and they'll just give you like the species and like a little piece of information about them. Weequay, thank you. Is this how the KOTOR remake would look? I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on with that right now, too. You know, I highly doubt we're going to be seeing the KOTOR remake. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that's going to be happening. But yeah, so we just did the food. I didn't see what ability you get from that. That's what you unlock each time you do that little mini game. So Nyx can distract multiple enemies at a time. That really helps out. Nyx attacks now make enemies wreak havoc, causing them to shoot wildly in all directions. Okay. Nyx will kick grenades away from you. I still like the ability to distract multiple enemies at once. I kind of want to see what this does, though. We'll get there. But we're going to take on a contract now. So we're going to go to the docking bay. Nope, that's the cantina. Docking bay is over here. And so you can go seek out the contracts from different people around the galaxy, but you also have your own set of contracts on your ship. Oh.
Guess we're making friends.
Ooh. Gain adrenaline when Nick successfully performs risky actions. That's another thing I really like about the game too, is that when you unlock something for like say you get reputation for oh, okay, I just unlocked that too. Say you gain rewards for advancing your reputation with certain clans, you don't just have it, you have to go to the ship and they deliver it to you, which is, you know, just a cool little detail. In the ship, you can also change out some of the options that you have in the menu if you wanted to play it like very, very simulation-esque. So here we have the brokers. This is where you accept the different missions and contracts from different syndicates. So right now we have 2 Hut Cartel contracts available in the system, 1 Ashiga Clan contract and 1 Crimson Dawn contract. So they're all ground-based, so we're gonna go off-world. Let's see. So because my Crimson Dawn reputation dropped, I can't do this anymore. Smuggler mission for the Crimson Dawn. No contracts available, 3 contracts available. Oh, wait. Raid the Space Pirates. There we go, we're doing this. And it's difficult contract, so we only get 1 shot. So if we die while we're doing this, or if we fly away while we're doing it, we lose reputation and we don't get paid. So we're going to take off and go do that, and now I think we got to go to Kijimi Space.
I believe Jalen has some questions for you, Kay.
Oh, okay. I'll check in.
This item will be delivered to you in novels. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's just nice to make you feel like you're actually involved in the game. So we can skip the full cutscene if we wanted to. The cutscene just masks the loading, but it's pretty quick anyways. So we're going to Kijimi Space, I believe. Unless, do I have? Oh no, I guess it's Toshara Orbit.
Calculating hyperdrive.
Unless, did I not select that as the mission I wanted to do? Okay, nope, I didn't select it, so we gotta back out of that. There we go. Do you think we'll see another one of Nyx's species in something like the BD droid and the Mandalorian? So, from what I understand about Nyx as a character is that his species is relatively rare in the galaxy, and nobody knows where he came from. I really like the banter in this game. It works really well. So, Kijimi Space. Kijimi itself is pretty much relegated to the city from what I understand. But the orbit has a lot more going on. So, let's see. The contract is this way. And we get to take on some of these pirates. Can I switch my loadout really quick on this vehicle, though? No, I don't need to. I unlock new stuff. So...
Here we go.
Hang on.
Okay, that's how that works. I don't know if I like this gun. Oh, the turret's nice. Alright, so I don't really have to worry as much about, like, fighters. I can focus more on... And it works while I'm boosting, too. Ooh, we need to get out of here. This was a difficult contract. So we might not make it out of this alive.
Incoming missile.
Alright, come on. Ugh. Flew right into that. Oh, yep. I'm dead. Yeah, so I think I just ruined my reputation with the Ashika clan. Oh no, it was Crimson Dawn. That's not good. I did not have a strong reputation with them to begin with. Oh no, it's not that bad. Cool. Let's see. Porgs were rare in the films, but like we have seen them in the Bad Batch and other pieces of media already, they're definitely adding another to some project. So, especially when you, well, I don't think it's a Yoda situation with Nyx's species. They name it. I don't remember what it was though. I don't think that's the situation they're going for. I think he is a species from an unknown planet. There probably are a lot of him, but it's just undocumented. Like, not a lot of people know about this specific species. Ooh, I do like this jacket. I might change out the cosmetic option on it. We'll leave it that for now. I need to sell all these valuables when I get a chance to. Yeah, so we lost that contract. I think I need to change the weapons on here, because that didn't work for me. We'll go back to these ones. This is what I was using before, but I should have been using those ion missiles. I also I enjoyed the reasoning for why the Porgs were included, too. I think Porgs are cool overall, but the reasoning behind their inclusion is very cool to me. The fact that there were puffins that were visible in the ending of Force Awakens, so they just had to make a cool creature to justify it. Let's look for one more thing to do, and then I think we'll wrap up the stream for today. We've got Sheikah Clan. I kind of want to do some space stuff, so we'll probably look more for that. Kajimi Smuggler Cache. There we go. So yeah, we get to fly into the Nebula core, which is pretty risky because we can't really see what's going to be ahead of us, and our scanners will not be functional.
Fly carefully.
I hear you.
I don't think. Well, you've got to look at the Star Wars itself, kind of similar to real life in a way, where certain. The galaxy was probably could have been mapped a lot more thoroughly in the past, and they've lost those records since then. So maybe some Porgs jumped on a ship at one point that was traveling Talk 2, and they've spread around the galaxy since then. Whoop. Yeah, that's why it's very dangerous flying around Kajimi orbit. I was expecting to do a little bit more than just that, so I think we'll look for one more thing to do. Maybe I don't know. You guys want to see Kajimi probably. It's a cool little planet. We're just going to fast travel, though. It's easier to do that than go through the entire landing sequence. But yeah, we'll do this, and then I'll wrap up.
See ya, Andy 5.
Also, if somebody could send me the time code for the speeder backing up, or if somebody put it in stream highlights already, I would really appreciate that. I'll probably clip it right after I'm done. Yeah, so that is the thing, is that Kajimi is a smaller location. But I really like exploring it. Also, I really like how the snow sticks to your jacket, and then when you walk into a building, you can kind of see it start to melt off. That's another one of those locations where you can get additional treats for Nyx.
Ever heard of the Miyuki trade lady? No. What's that?
Hey, did you talk about the Miyuki trade league?
Yeah, I did. You a member?
No, but I'm trying to find them.
Oh.
I don't know why the graphics just, like, went down so hard. I wonder if that's just stream related or what. So, the Kajimi holodisc that I just found is going to give me some indication of where the next treasure location will be that I have to find on my own. Let's see here. Sometimes I just like sending Nyx because I like to make him feel like he's helping out.
Nice, huh, Nyx?
You can also pet Nyx, just so you know. I feel like that's an important question. I have to wonder if it's just the city in case they want to expand the planet in the future. I don't know, because I do think it will just be the city, because it seems like the planet itself is fairly uninhabitable from this nebula being there. What age range this game marketed for? I'd say it's teen to teen plus, probably. You know, I won't even say that. If you're a kid, if this Star Wars, if this game existed when I was a kid, I would have loved it. I would have eaten it up completely. I enjoy it as an adult, but I know I would have loved it as a kid. Like, it kind of reminds me, it's almost like Hogwarts Legacy. Like, if it would have came out when I was a kid and I didn't know anything about who J.K. Rowling was as a person, I would have loved it.
Hey, you know where I can find a good cantina? You know, the ones the locals go to?
I might. A couple of credits would jog my memory.
Yeah, no, I'm not paying this guy.
I don't have any credits to spare right now.
So there are certain characters you run into who will just be like a down on their luck gambler asking for credits. It's like, if I win, I'll split the pot with you or whatever. And sometimes it doesn't go super well. I don't think I've had it go well any of the times. There's somebody early on in the game where you're trying to get in with one of the syndicate leaders, and they tell you they have a pass to get up there, and then when you go to try and use it, it's completely worthless. They just scammed you. Oh, so these are the Ashika, and they're kind of like, they're like bee-inspired creatures. They're very cool. There's like the queen who's the syndicate leader, and they all just kind of, you know, it's very hive mind-esque. If this game had come out way sooner, you know, we would be reading about KVS Clear instead. That's probably true, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you're looking at the history of X2. So if there was somebody there and they saw me steal from that, my reputation would have gone down, and I probably would have been thrown out of the area. But yeah, I think I'm only gonna do one or two more things, and then we'll we'll end the stream for now. I want to check out some of the merchants. So we'll do that. You know, I would have done story missions, but the game is barely out, so I don't want to spoil anything if people wanted to watch and, you know, not really worried about it. These seem very helpful, but I think I'm gonna leave that. There's also a sell all button, which thank God there's a sell all button. I hate it when you play games and you just have to like decide whether or not something's worth getting rid of. Which you can do that here, but they'll tell you when something's straight up useless. Alright, but we're gonna end it there. Thank you for tuning in. And I don't know, maybe we'll do some more tomorrow. Maybe I'll play some more of the game. Like I said, this is a different save that I it's a little bit of an offshoot just because I wanted to show everybody the game a little bit before, while it's still early on. Just kind of give everybody a little idea, see if we find anything, have a little fun. But thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you maybe tomorrow. We'll do a little bit more, but we'll definitely be back on Thursday for Splitgate 2 potentially. If not, some other stuff will probably